I was told over and over again in the comment section, we need to wait a year and a half before the impact of higher interest rates will truly be felt on the Canadian real estate market, and that's going to push down prices. Well, it's been 2 years now. Let's see what's going on in the Canadian real estate market. Hey there, and welcome back to Bald Prairie Real Estate. My name is Matthew Pfeifer, real estate agent in Regina. That's my trusted assistant, 𝗬𝗲𝗲𝗏𝗍𝗬. This is the April 2024 Canadian real estate market update. We're going to go from Victoria to Halifax, all the cities in between, giving you some insight as to what's going on in each one of those individual markets, because they're very different right now. There's no such thing as a Canadian real estate market. What's happening in one city is definitely not happening in another. If you are a returning viewer, you know we changed the format last month. We revised it a little bit more. I think you're going to really like it. If you're new here, welcome. Let's take a look at what's going on in the Canadian real estate market. But of course, let's start off with another one of my terrible bad dad jokes. Why did the woman who purchased Velcro regret her purchase? Because she felt it was a total ripoff. If you have a terrible joke that I can use in a future episode, leave in the comments below. Let's get into the market update. Victoria is one of the few markets in Canada that isn't seeing year-over-year increases in sales, but new listings have increased, and that's increased total inventory, giving buyers more choice. Now, the inventory levels are basically in line with the 2019 levels, and at that time, prices basically were flat through the year in Victoria. When I'm talking with agents there, they're telling me that it kind of feels in some ways like the market's stuck a little bit in neutral, but that doesn't mean good houses aren't selling well. That's pretty much true across the country, and very much so in basically any market, especially in a spring market. Good houses that are priced well will continue to sell well and potentially see multiple offers as well. In Vancouver, sales and new listings are increasing, but they're actually decreasing versus the 5-year average. And so basically, we can sum it up as there are fewer buyers out there, but also fewer sellers as well. What has been causing active inventory to build up is simply the lack of sales, not really a significant increase in new listings. And it's townhouses that continue to be kind of the hotter product in Vancouver, as well as that more affordable segment. And boy, I still struggle to say affordable in Vancouver real estate market in the same sentence. When you look at months in inventory, it says that it should be a buyer's market, but prices are increasing. And how can that be? And more than anything else, it's because the spring market prices pretty much always increase in the spring market. What I'm really watching is the peaks and troughs for prices. The 2023 bottom out was actually higher than where prices bottomed out in 2022. And right now it's looking very likely that within the next month or two, we will see home prices higher than July 2023's peak. So we're seeing prices kind of looking like they might be trending up a little bit, but we're still having that fluctuation through the spring and winter months. It's like the Calgary market has gone back in time, back to 2006, because the market is going absolutely bananas. The reasons why are also pretty obvious. You've got strong interprovincial and international migration, affordability the Calgary offers where other cities do not, and of course, there's a lot of foreign buyers, Toronto, Vancouver buyers coming in and buying properties in Calgary. The last 3 years, though, have seen record numbers of sales in Calgary, and yet sales right now are still above that 5-year rolling average, which is absolutely crazy. Every agent I talk to with Calgary is telling me the same thing. They probably sell more houses if there were more to sell, and what you're seeing is kind of a logjam for first-time home buyers. Many homeowners that have really good interest rates are not putting their houses up for sale because they're saying, I don't want to lose that interest rate, which is why I say there's more to mortgages than just an interest rate. Portability in this case especially would be really important for those homeowners. They don't have that option. Or homeowners are saying, well, there's nothing to buy, so why would I put my house up for sale if I can't find anything I like? And that basically starts that cycle down. Nobody wants to list, and nobody can buy, and the cycle repeats itself. What really worries me, though, is that we're just starting to get into what are typically the busiest months in the Calgary real estate market. We've already seen how much prices have gone up and how low inventory and how strong sales have been so far this year. The Edmonton real estate market is starting to look a little bit like Calgary, just not nearly as crazy. It's kind of where they were a couple of years ago. The townhouse condo market has absolutely exploded. Of course, a huge reason for that is the foreign investors. Again, Toronto, Vancouver buyers typically looking at buying properties in Edmonton as rental properties. The agents are telling me they're basically seeing multiple offers on pretty much everything right now. But the one good thing, though, is that new listings continue to surpass the 5-year average, and that has helped keep prices a little bit more in check in Edmonton. But if we see that start dropping, that's going to probably cause some problems. When it comes to days on market, it's around 40 right now, which I know if you're from especially Toronto, but also Vancouver, that sounds like it's an excessively long time. In the Edmonton market, that's actually a pretty quick time frame to see houses sell. The Regina real estate market is off to a very hot start this year and likely going to see a record month for April as well based on what's happened so far. There would actually probably be significantly more sales if there were more homes to buy. Pretty much everything right now is getting multiple offers. So you've got a lot of buyers trying to buy the same houses and they're just getting outcompeted. And that is of course what's been pushing up prices. We're seeing new listings get outpaced by sales, which rarely happens. And inventory is just not increasing at all right now in Regina. And neither are new listings. Again, people aren't putting their houses up for sale because they're going, there's nothing to buy. I'm not going to put my house up for sale until I find someone to buy. And that kind of starts that cycle down. And then you've got those people that have those existing homeowners that have really good mortgage rates that aren't portable. That's why you want to get a mortgage that is fully featured that gives you that portability. Well, they're not going to go sign up for an interest rate of 6% when they've got one that potentially is sub 3 or even sub 2% right now. Won't see those people put up their houses for sale until their houses have come up for renewal on those mortgages, most likely. So later this year at the earliest, but most likely into 2025. Right now in Saskatoon, it's a similar story to Regina, except probably a little bit worse for buyers, and there's even less inventory to choose from. Saskatoon is obviously a much bigger city than Regina, and yet has basically the same number of houses for sale. So proportionally, that's not very good to have that few number of homes for sale, leaving not a lot of choices for buyers, multiple offers on pretty much everything right now. I'm talking with agents, and pretty much everything that's good is selling at asking price or above. So if you're out buying in Saskatoon, be prepared. There's most likely to be multiple offers, and very likely that is going to result in homes selling over asking price. That is, of course, but what's driving up home prices like crazy in Saskatoon right now to these all-time record highs that they're seeing right now. The numbers in the Winnipeg real estate market tell a very different story than what agents are telling me. And yes, if you look at all these numbers, they're down versus that 5-year average. That's predominantly due to really, really strong 2021 and 2022 numbers that skew all of these numbers here. Agents are saying it's very much a strong seller's market again, especially for anything that's good in those desirable neighborhoods. They're seeing multiple offers on the vast majority of those new listings. They're telling me as well that you're seeing a lot of houses when they're looking at 3, 4, 5 offers selling between $20,000 and $40,000 over asking price. So here in Regina, it would be lower than that, but in Winnipeg, they're absolutely seeing that right now. And we're already seeing months of inventory trending back to a seller's market, which is really not good because it's still early in the spring market in Winnipeg. So you're likely going to see prices continue to increase and months of inventory drop as the spring market really kicks off. In a press release, the 𝗬𝗲𝗃 president said that buyers have gotten used to this higher interest rate environment, and there were 6,500 homes that sold. That's still a significant number, but obviously well below the 5 and 10-year averages. Depending though what you're looking to buy or what you're selling right now, you probably have a very different outlook of what's happening in the Toronto real estate market. We've seen the condo market flooded with inventory, especially a lot of pre-construction properties have come up on the market recently, and those are sitting around for a long time and selling below asking. It's kind of the opposite for single family homes. Those are seeing multiple offers often. Now we've seen a return as well to offer dates. Those have come back. And of course, the more affordable segments in Toronto, again, yeah, somebody put in the comments how Toronto is not affordable. I know you're going to say it anyways, but yeah, the more affordable markets in Toronto, more affordable price points, those are selling much better than the condo market is for sure right now. Real quick pause here. If you're thinking about buying a house in Regina, obviously I'd love to help you out, but if you're somewhere else in Canada, don't worry, I can get you set up with a perfect real estate agent that'll handpick for you. If you check out the description of this video, you're going to see a link to my calendar where you can book me in for an agent recommendation consultation. I'll give you a call, learn about what's important to you in a house and a real estate agent, and I'll get you set up with that perfect agent in your market. And now let's get back to the video. Agents in Toronto are telling me that they are getting more phone calls, just seeing more traffic at open houses. Showing numbers haven't quite picked up to where we would expect them to be right now. Now we just got through a bunch of spring breaks through school systems and Easter break. We're kind of have to wait and see on that a little bit. It's kind of too early to get a good read there. But it's very important to note that this doesn't mean the market's red hot. It's not right now. But there are specific segments of the Toronto real estate market that are much more active than others. And this is why you want to have an agent that knows those markets, specializes in those markets, and give you the information for that specific market, not just the city as a whole, because that's going to be very different potentially than what you're looking for specifically. I'm going to describe the Ottawa real estate market as oddly stable. Yes, sales are down by over 20%, but they've been consistently down by about 23% all 3 months so far this year. And new listings, same story. They've been up by about 4% every single month to start the year. Inventory though, up 60%. That seems really, really high. And it is only because of how ridiculously low inventory levels were in 2020, 2021 type time frame. If you go back to the 2019 and earlier numbers, the inventory levels right now would actually be considered relatively low. Months of inventory kind of gives you a better idea. That's continued to trend closer towards a seller's market. We're still in a balanced market there, but it's been trending that direction. And I'm talking with agents in Ottawa, they're telling me that there's definitely a buzz in the air. More buyers are looking, more phone calls happening. At least anecdotally, I've gotten far more calls from viewers like yourselves in Ottawa looking for a great agent recommendation. I've had far more calls for Ottawa than I kind of expected so far to start the year. Agents in Montreal have been telling me for months that things are starting to pick up, and we've definitely started to see it in the numbers. Sales trending back up, still below that 5-year average. New listings though, that's going another direction, getting worse versus the 5-year average. And when you look at months of inventory, it's still in that balanced market territory. But only a couple of months ago, we were over 8 months of inventory in Montreal. When it comes to what's hot and what's not in Montreal, pretty much anything that is showing well that's priced under $850,000, that's where we're seeing the majority of the activity. That's where they're seeing some multiple offers. A lot more buyers are looking at price point. The over $850 price point, that's been quite a bit slower. So if you're a buyer that's looking to buy a house in Montreal and you're under that $850,000 price point, expect more competition for buyers. Multiple offers are a very strong possibility. And if we continue to see this, we're probably likely going to continue to see prices in Montreal trend up as they have been so far this year. Agents in the Halifax real estate market are telling me that things have really kicked off. That spring market has absolutely started. And this is especially true in properties priced under $600,000. That's where the majority of the activity is, where most buyers are looking right now. Over $600,000, a little bit slower. New construction as well, that's been a fair bit slower again. Basically have to start at about $850,000 to build anything in Halifax right now. Now, the activity in that sub $600,000 price point is really the reason that average price has trended down in Halifax. Houses aren't getting cheaper in Halifax. The average price is being skewed because there's more homes selling sub $600,000 right now. And of course, if you've been walking around Halifax, looking up, you've seen how many cranes and how many buildings are getting built right now. There's going to be a ton of apartments getting completed over the next couple of years. That is going to provide some relief for the rental market. We've seen how tight the rental market has been in Halifax, and once those are ready to go, that will help relieve a little bit of pressure on rent prices there. That's a wrap for April 2024. What's going on in the Canadian real estate market? If you love this video, please give this video a like, subscribe to Bald Prairie Real Estate if you like keeping updated on the Canadian real estate market. And there's going to be one of these pop-up videos that's going to tell you what you should watch next here on Bald Prairie Real Estate. Maybe leave some comments below. Love chatting with you guys in the comment section. And as always, thanks very much.